Alright, we are off. For real.
Commentator's curse is going to get us again.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
It normally happens on stress, not the actual start of the race.
So we're going to be seeing some extra fast strats from these two runners. I imagine Scotty's going to pull out all the stops because he can't lose again.
Yep, and then Eagle's going to do a lot of his normal stuff. He's pretty fast at de-resting and staying consistent no matter how long it's been every time he's run.
Yeah, Eagle is one of those runners that just de-rusts incredibly fast and is always really consistent. So it'll be interesting to see what that shows today. Scotty is infamous for being super fast and having his practice sessions be incredibly valuable. He holds the current record. It's a high 37. I don't actually know what the exact time is, but he did it on English, so it's a little faster than it seems.
Oh yeah. So what we're looking for in these particular races, so a lot of the really tiny mechanics that you kind of hear about but don't necessarily think about a whole lot is they're going to maximize their on the ground time when running as much as possible, minimize jump heights because whenever Samus is in the air, her horizontal speed is about half the speed. So this race is going to be determined by a lot of the smaller things and a few bigger things like Eagle getting that double and Scotty missing that one, but no big deal.
Yeah, Eagle is going to take a nice early lead thanks to that double on the worm, where Scotty didn't. They were also... Oh, Eagle takes a dive, but he's got enough missiles, so he's not really worrying about health with the upcoming E-Tank.
Yeah.
So Hive Room's
Fun room.
a pain for all of the newer runners, but these runners are so consistent that I doubt any of them are going to have any issues here.
Yeah, so each hive, it spawns 4 bugs at a time. Every time you destroy a bug, it respawns that. So the basic idea is get them all chasing you so they're out of the way so you can just do 3 missiles and 2 beam shots on them.
Yep. The objective is to lure them all and bait them out of the way, but sometimes 1 or 2 of the bugs can just evade you, and there's really not much you can do about it. You can either try your best to avoid the bug, but even in the worst of situations, sometimes RNG can have it out for you.
Yep, so in Zero Mission, the beam is pretty weak. The charge beam isn't all that strong in this particular one, so a lot of this run is about missile management and much later on super missile management. Losing a super on hitting the wrong thing is generally one of the worst things that can happen in this run, in addition to failing other major tricks, but it takes quite a few beams. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in the beginning of this run especially, missile management is super prevalent, but it's not just missile management, but health management as well. In Norfair, in just a short period of time, our runners are going to have the option of healing at the statue where you get Ice Beam, but with proper movement, proper missile management, and proper health management, if they play well enough, they won't be able to, or they will be able to skip that heal entirely, and that saves quite a bit of time.
Yep, and then health management, not necessarily in terms of dying, but due to how drops work and especially in the GBA Metroids and a lot of the other Metroids, is if you're full on one thing, it won't drop that as part of an enemy drop. So having that full health all the time just increases that chance of those missiles for us.
Yes, in this case, when you're at full health, if you were ordinarily to get a health drop, it turns into a missile drop.
God, I almost opted to do a charge beam skip.
Charge beam skip is a risky play because pseudo screw attack is really, really useful in the upper section of Norfair.
Yep, and then that's the main use for charge beam in this particular run. There's a few strats as far as using a charged ice beam, but Goo Attack is pretty strong in this run.
So Scotty has been doing a lot of low percent hard and low percent normal lately, so we might see him accidentally attempt to skip some items, as we just saw him almost skip charge due to his muscle memory from or low percent hard.
Alright, so we're off on criteria for a couple quick items. One's the first unknown item, which is going to be Plasma Beam. And then later on is we're going to grab Power Grip. Power Grip doesn't really save any time or do anything other than it is linked via events to a vine on the right hand side of Norfair, which blocks our entire way to Ridley.
I honestly don't know whether we would get Power Grip if it weren't required. We have to come over here for Plasma, and Power Grip is so useful. You really just don't know how useful it is until you play the randomizer and don't have it.
I mean, it's definitely useful, but it is a bit of a detour from Plasma.
Yeah,
by itself.
certainly.
I mean, there are a few items that we do go quite a bit out of the way to get, but that's because that's how much time they save over the course of the run.
High jump gets the number 1.
And then Scotty's catching up quite a bit already.
Yeah, Eagle's criteria has been a lot weaker than Scotty's.
Yep, and then Scotty, he goes for almost every single optimization possible. Even the ones that would, on a fail, would lose 3 times as much as the time it saves. Because I think Eagle, after getting Power Grip, he did the double bomb jump starting from the ground, and Scotty started with a jump. Just saves it about 1.5 bomb cycles right there.
Yeah, every JBJ you'll see them do saves about a second, but they're not really that prevalent in any percent since you don't really do that many bomb jumps. You'll see another one in Ridley, but I think after that, you won't see any.
Yep, that's just one small example of the many tiny time saves that we're going to be seeing. Some runners get, well, especially Scotty go for, and then the Eagle's going to be going for his own sort of things.
So Eagle and Scotty are now both coming to Ice Beam. Fortunately, they've both played rather well, so they will be able to just grab Ice Beam and go without having to heal here. Both of their missile ammos are incredibly good. So they really shouldn't have any trouble with this upcoming mini-boss, the Cocoon.
Alright, so this game, it does have its, I guess, storyline set of sequences on what they want you to do, but nearly every single thing that's possible in Zero Mission, as far as like going to Ridley first, it is completely developer intended. It's like we really only see this shortcut in low percent and any percent, but serves otherwise no purpose anywhere else in the game.
Interestingly enough, you actually see the shortcut in the 100% task that Dragon Fangs is currently working on.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Scotty didn't get that many missiles. He's low. He's going to need to farm. Oh, Eagle's going to need to farm too. He missed the missile.
No, no.
Okay. Eagle has the better Cocoon.
Yeah, Cocoon is one of those fights that you need to have it basically go perfect, or it can go pretty downhill pretty fast. And
Cocoon is probably the hardest boss of any percent, I think. It's really precise, and your wall jumps need to really be up to snuff.
anyways, just like that, we'll go into Ridley. We don't have any supers yet, so we need to take this little back route over to Ridley area. There's a missile block that's right here, so that's why he needs to farm for that missile really fast.
Alright, so up and coming is the legendary Diskegar room, also known as the Side Hopper room. Infamous for how much damage you can take. So let's see how...
Some of it on purpose too.
Yeah, they're going to use a few of these enemies to deboost to the left. And use the damage frames to get through some other enemies.
Pretty
Eagle
nice
goes through it.
We're gonna see our orb just fall, just like that. More damage boost, you can get to this run's first set of supers, and then we do need to make it back to where we were, so just to make our next little boss fight a little bit faster, or a bit faster. Couldn't grab these supers the first time here because we need a super to get it.
Use a super to get 2 of them. Good value.
Oh yeah. Alright, Eagle's gonna survive this little trip. Same with Scotty.
So if I had to guess, I'm going to say both of them are going to skip this Ridley E-tag.
Oh yeah, you have just enough time, and basically as long as Ridley does not turn around, you should be fine.
Ooh, nice refill glitch from Scotty.
Okay. Yeah, that was really nice.
With that refill glitch, Scotty takes the lead. Eagle with the much better Ridley fight.
Now we'll see who gets the much better drop, so.
Oh yeah, drops here are incredibly important. You're looking for super, so you can skip having to farm the owls.
They both got full.
Eagle doing a little better on missiles and health.
Yep, and made the skip out a little bit faster. Pretty cool.
Now this has been an incredible race so far, but we still have the 2 most threatening tricks remaining, which would be Asperm's skip coming up, and I imagine Scotty will go for it, but I'm not quite sure about Eagle, which would be the Zeb skip in Turian.
Yep, we'll find out based on super, how they feel about the supers.
You can see Scotty's better movement helping him out here as he lead.
Alright, now that we're back in Ophir, just a few quick items to grab along the way, then on our way over to Kraid.
Yep, this will be the last of our minor items we pick up.
So a big reason on doing Ridley first is, so we'll have supers for Kraid, so that just makes his boss fight super trivial. We do skip out on a cutscene by doing Ridley first.
I want to say that cutscene is actually why we do Ridley first. Thanks to a neat development that has been found in the lower section of Norfair with a frame-perfect super shot. Alright, so right now they're returning to Brinstar. They won't be here for long. They actually won't be grabbing anything here. They're just trying to maneuver their way over to Kraid as fast as they possibly can. Alright. Nice climb by both, Scotty actually lost a little bit of time on his climb, but that was beautiful by Eagle. Alright, so we've made it down to Kraid. Now we have the infamous acid worm skip. Scotty's, I imagine, going to show his super fast strat, while Eagle's just going to do the traditional. One lava dive Scotty takes, and he's already behind Eagle. That's how close they are.
For sure.
Nice, Eagle!
Oh no. And then
Scotty misses it.
And he's going to set up with the spring ball HPJ backup, which is really nice backup because the other alternative is you have to completely leave the room to reload the blocks.
I personally am so inconsistent with acid worm skip that I just default to what Scotty just showed off. It isn't over yet, though. Eagle might get bad RNG from the drops in Turian, or just have an awful Turian overall. Turian is a very, very threatening and dangerous area. Anything can go wrong with Turian.
Yep, that's where the game really starts.
Yeah. I would say from the start of Kraid to the end of Turian. And honestly, we might see some heal skips in Suitless, so there's a lot upcoming that can decide who will win this race.
And just like that, that was supposed to be a boss fight, right?
I was busy watching Scotty head to the side hopper room. But at least now I get to see this this boss fight with Kraid. Wow, what a whim. Just like in SM, the Kraid quick kill is broken. It's a little easier in this game, though, if you have supers.
Yeah. Yep. Then another nice reason to do Ridley first when you do this acid worm skip. There's a trick coming up, so we don't have his zip lines activated anymore, but having speed booster and then having a high jump lets us have a little bit more generous window to be able to use the speed boost, the shine spark in time.
Yeah, you have to do a pretty precise wall jump off the left-handed wall with the door if you don't have high jump. Eagle now making his climb out of Kraid. And now he's off to Turian. Scotty has a different climb, which we'll see in just a moment. Aw, but he got hit by the Rhea. Oh, he just did traditional climb. Okay. Note, Eagle is not going for Brinstar Super, so he might be going for Zeb Skip.
That's what I'm going with.
I think this late in the game, you can't afford to go for Brinstar Super. Both of these runners are at the point where Brinstar Super is a little slower. Even if it does give you that extra comfiness of just having 2 extra supers to deal with Metroid.
Yes, like the big time save for grabbing Brinstar Supers is a hopeful RNG control.
Yeah, how Torian works is you really never want to go below 4 supers in the last 1 or 2 Metroid rooms, because then you need to hope for a 9.7% drop of a super from the green Rinkas, or a 0.97% from the red ones. And you really, really can't count on those unless you're down like 30 missiles or more. So what you'll be seeing from these runners is they'll be rapidly swapping between supers and missiles to optimize their ammo counts throughout this area. It's nice to see they have the same amount of ammo coming in. And health doesn't really make a difference because you'll never see small healths from the Metroids. So what you'll be, or I guess what the runners will be hoping to see are a lot of supers from these Metroids. Scotty gambles his supers away. He only has 2 of them at the moment. He went down to 0.
Yeah, that was a nice drop right there. Still quite a few Metroids left to give him extra supers along the way, but...
Oh no, Eagle gets grabbed. That's going to reduce his chance of getting missiles. Oh, double supers. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Eagle's gambling. I would never use supers in this room.
And Scotty's got what he needs.
Yeah. Oh, Eagle's going for Zeb, as we'd predicted. But is he going to get shafted by RNG on Super Luck?
Hopefully not. There we go. He's good.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too long of a farm at all.
No, comes down to Zeb Skip here, I think. I think that's too high. Yeah. That's going to give Scotty the chance to take the lead. Oh, first bomb, Scotty.
Yep, so it requires a frame perfect unmorph, as well as having... So, in GPA Metroids, frozen enemies are bugged, to say the least. And I think that's about all we need to say about that. Eagle not having too much luck with that. He got that frame perfect going on the first attempt, except he got that ring kill a little bit too high, so we couldn't slide across.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
There we go.
Nice.
Yep, so skipping the first sabotage, it despawns the third one.
Does it despawn it? I thought that how it worked was when you kill one spawns, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure exactly as far as the technical level on that one, but we have other people that are much better at that stuff. Me.
That's a shame, though. Scotty's a full 30-40 seconds ahead of you now.
Yeah, man. There's not a whole lot throughout the rest of the run that's going to help even that out, outside a major mistake on Scotty's part.
Escape spark, a death. That's about it.
Yes, like At this point, it really has to be complete execution flaws on Scotty's part.
Yeah,
So,
and there really aren't many execution flaws that can catch Scotty for 30 seconds.
yeah.
I mean, even Escape Spark, he would need to actually mess up the spark. Messing up the Shine Break would only be like 8 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the big reason on that, so 90% of Chozodia, there was 0 RNG.
Yeah. I think from here on out, the only major RNG left would be how the atomics move after you get fully powered suit, what Charlie does, and how quickly Mecha gives you a swipe.
Or Fireball.
I've never really seen fire. Actually, I think I've seen fireballs once in 90%, but they're not very common.
Eagle used to get them all the time. Anyway, so we destroyed Mother Brain. We started our escape and then we got shot down and it destroyed our power suit, so we're just kind of stuck with this little stun gun that can't kill anything. So not going for a refill basically means any contact that a runner has will be game over.
Yeah, I think given how far Scotty is ahead, I think I would have taken the heal. If I were Eagle, I would absolutely skip it. But Scotty's far enough ahead that he could afford to take it.
Yeah.
Especially with only one E-tank to fill, it would be really short comparatively to what you might see in 100%. Alright, so both Eagle and Scotty got the map skip, which is kind of unfortunate. No one's shameful today.
Yeah. Yep, so perfect stealth would absolutely be a lot slower in every category that goes this far.
Yeah.
There's just some things where it's just faster to set the alarm. It'll set some enemy patterns as well as get some other things out of the way.
Yep, sometimes we trigger the alarm intentionally to allow us to do certain things.
For bonus points. Unfortunately, there are no rules on the leaderboard that says if you get perfect stealth, you lose 30 seconds or something.
Imagine that. Perfect stealth saves you 30 seconds.
You pick up, you got the swag. We're just gonna take this much time off your run.
Swag is always the way to play, in my opinion.
Always.
But perfect stealth is a swag strat that is so difficult. I can go for it and mess it up every time.
I guess there's a tiny bit of RNG on when the pirates turn around the very first screen. But either way, I think it's frame perfect too.
I think it's frame perfect because of you need to shoot when the pirates turn around. But I don't think when the pirates turn around is random. You just need to know your timing.
Yeah.
So there's our first power bomb that we're going to grab in just about 5 seconds. Oh,
Just
I
kidding.
guess we won't be grabbing it. Well, that's a shame. Oh, pirate, what do you think you're doing? He stole our item. What a shame. Well, too bad. We'll never be seeing it again.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate in this game that it's only used to get more power bombs.
Yep, power bombs are used to get more power bombs.
Alright, and Scotty's entering about the scariest part of Suitless. In just a couple rooms, it's one of those things that if you drop a single wall jump, you could kind of die, no matter how many E-tanks you have.
I always think the long hallway is the scariest room. You never know when a pirate will jump out at you or when you'll accidentally miss a shot, the diagonal shot to free the first pirate.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Some of the tricks in this game, it's like you think you have to do them all as fast as possible, but sometimes the trick on them is just being a tiny bit patient.
Yup, if you go too fast through a long corridor in Suitless, you'll actually die as a result if you skip the kill. Alright, so Scotty is entering Charlie. I almost said Suitless. Whoops. Let's see how Charlie favors him today. Charlie is interesting because his sigil is what allows you to quote-unquote damage him, and he can make you lose quite a bit of time, easily 10 seconds if he just doesn't want to give you the sigil. So as a result, you will most likely see Scotty shoot himself intentionally to reset the timer, allowing him to, on average, get the sigil 1 second faster. But he can only do that once since he's only got 99 health.
This has been a moderate Charlie so far.
Alright, so Scotty's not damage boosting. He's going for consistency over risk/reward.
And he does have the unlock glitch on that.
Nice.
Yep, sometimes, so when the game, after you finish the fight, it wants to lock Samus in place, but if you keep turning around at the right spot, the game just kind of gives up. It's like, okay, whatever.
Oh, hey, is that the Varia suit I see?
Where'd that come from?
I certainly don't remember going to collect it. Oh, that was a fast Charlie sigil from Eagle.
That was a nice fight, yeah. Or a nice start, yeah. Alright, right here they're going to, or Scotty's going to grab his last super pack for the run.
Ah, so Eagle did the damage boost. Unfortunately, he got a little trolled, but not the worst Charlie I've seen. Scotty's going to go through this section extremely fast. He's had so much experience from low percent. He knows where every pirate is. I don't think he'll get hit once.
Nope, not at all. Speed boost might throw him off a little bit, though.
Oh no. He ran into the block.
Yeah, sometimes that speed booster comes in at the most awkward times if you're don't have the muscle memory for it anymore, or you get used to like other category, or basically low percent. Alright, so at this point, we're just going back to where we came from when we started here. And then take a little bit of detour, find another boss, and call it good. Eagle, not quite clearing that ledge right there.
Alright, so they're both in the ship. Now it's really just down to who can get to Mecha and kill Mecha first. There is always the escape spark, but at this point Scotty's a little too far ahead. I don't think he can come back unless Scotty dies.
Yep, and that would just take some incredibly awful RNG from Mecha at this point.
Excellent usage of the charge beam by Eagle to bait those atomics and preventing them from either firing their electricity or getting too close to him.
Yeah, atomics are fun little things to kind of manipulate.
Yep.
It's like if you're charging, Samus basically becomes an atomic magnet, but they will never fire their lasers. But if you shoot a charge shot at them, they will just kind of move away.
Yep. They'll never.
Okay, so Scotty's in a pretty particular situation.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine now. But that's probably one of the scariest parts of this last little segment to Mecha Ridley.
If Scotty misses a super, he could be in for it, but I don't think Scotty's one to miss supers. Oh, watch Eagle's screen. We're going to see a nice strat from him. Oh, he was a little slow.
Yeah, so if you intentionally don't have that alarm stop in time and you leave that pirate alive for just a little bit, you'll have a pirate that shoots you that can destroy one of those bomb blocks for you and save a nice chunk of time for not having to drop another bomb. It's fun.
And it's faster too.
And that was pretty decent RNG on Mecha's side, on Scotty's side on Mecha. Not too long of a wait for the swipe. Had some missiles to fight with at the same time, but no big deal.
Yeah, Scotty knows how to deal with the missiles. Nah, they've got nothing on him.
And he got the bomb door.
We're going to be seeing a high five here in this room. Eagle coming in, Scotty heading out.
Nice double shots on that.
Scotty taking an unusual hit from a pirate. He jumped instead of fell off the platform.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
What's going on?
One health left. Or a little more. Did he miss 2 shots?
I'm not sure what happened there. I looked over for just a second and saw some lasers coming out of Mecha Ridley.
I saw 7 or 8 missiles hit Mecha, so I think that means he missed 2 supers.
Alright, so got it setting up for last final trick of the game.
He's far enough ahead that whether he gets it or not doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
and
and
he
he's
nailed
got
it.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of missiles, so he's not gonna have a slow work bot.
Scotty has an especially fast strat. I'm not sure he'll go for it because he's low on health, but yeah, these pirates will never shoot him.
Oh my. That's pretty awesome.
It's really, really cool. That's actually his 100% strat that he makes work for any percent. And Scotty finishes with an official SRL time of 38:55.
GG Scotty. Eagle's getting ready to start his part. And he's confident he's not gonna miss it, so he doesn't bother stopping the work bot. But yeah, the last time I saw somebody else do that kind of strat on the Black Pirates was basically they did a better job. They just basically did a bunch of random dodging rather than that nice little manipulation on the sidewalls.
And Eagle does the traditional strat for these pirates.
Either way, still sub 40. GG to both runners.
Yep. Eagle finishes with an official SRL time of 39:51. I'm not sure whether we will go straight into the second race now or whether we want to get them in here for a short interview on this first race. I think it might be better to do both races together, but I don't know.
Well,
whatever works.
We'll find out what both runners want to do. Alright, so I guess we're having kind of a little bit of a quick question and answer in chat. Zebskip has a different time in English. Is this conspiracy theory?
Nah, you need to unmorph the frame the bomb goes off. That doesn't change on the version.
Yeah, I've never actually practiced that particular thing. It's like, up until fairly recently, it was, at least when it was first discovered, it wasn't deemed viable for anything other than low percent. Or even worth it for anything other than low percent. Okay, so what that last race did as far as the bracket's concerned, so this was the first match that Ego has lost in the entire tournament. This is the grand finals in the double elimination. So Scotty had just reset the bracket with this last match, so we have one more final match for this. And I guess we'll call this thing a wrap, won't we?
Oh boy. Scotty forfeited from the race in the SRL channel.
What?
He accidentally got undone.
Whoops, I guess.
I guess Eagle wins.
Alright, round 2 of the grand finals are starting up really soon. The one that wins this match determines who is the grand champion of our most recent edition of the Any Percent tournaments. Something I do kind of wish that we could have gotten to the chance to ask was if they were going to do any strat differences, or if Eagle was going to go back with the traditional Torian as far as sabotage are concerned. Anyway, so we're 40 seconds into round 2 with two phenomenal runners. Basically it's gonna be similar to last race, where a lot of it's gonna be considered by who has the tighter movement, who optimizes each horizontal movement across the longer rooms and the vertical rooms on these climbs. We did have an unfortunate mishap concerning the Zebratite skip last race, but those kind of things would have happened. Those are the kind of things that the runners will be going for at the top level every time. And it just carries a little bit of risk. Making our ways down to the missile and then to our very first mini-boss of the run. Last race, Eagle was able to pull ahead a little bit, since he was able to get 2 missiles into the charge beam form at the same time. You do have, I think, 1 frame of leniency to get 2 missiles in at the same time, but I think Scotty missed both missiles on the first open.
No, Scotty.
Yeah, so unless he gets a double here, there we go.
If he missed that double, the worm probably would have escaped, I think.
Yeah, because I think you can... I think you can tink once and be fine.
Sometimes the worm will give you 3 cycles, so you can't tank. And sometimes, if he doesn't give you spikes, he will give you 4 cycles. That's what I've come to learn. I've never seen a situation where he gives you spikes. Oh, but Eagle has no missiles, so Scotty's going to cash out. In fact, he'll take the...
He did. Yeah, because I think Scotty did wait a little bit for some of those missiles to come by anyways, after the defeat.
Yeah, Scotty's going to just pull a huge lead here. He won't have to... 40 beam shots takes ages.
Yeah. But run is still pretty early. We'll see what happens.
Yep, never know who's going to mess up Astro Skip or mess up Zebski. And there is always health management and ammo management.
And there's always this bug RNG right here. So if that particular E-Tank that they grabbed, they need at least 1 E-Tank for the Ridley fight. That's in Norfair. That is the most on the way E-Tank possible.
Yep, Ridley always will deal over 100 damage. You can get away with only taking like 130, 135 in that range, but that E-Tank is necessary for the Ridley fight, as JC said, because you run into Ridley intentionally take damage.
Yep, every single E-Tank in expansion has been deliberately chosen after several years of research and just small tiny optimizations and timing.
Alright, so Scotty and Eagle are now picking up their charge beams. Charge beams are not really particularly useful in comparison with other games. The pseudo screw attack is still incredibly useful for killing some enemies, and you'll see them use the charge shot a little bit in the fully powered section, but besides that, you actually might see them use the charge beam for freezing enemies as well, but they're not really used offensively much.
Which is a little bit of a shame.
Yeah, I think they toned it down from Fusion because in Fusion it was just absurdly broken.
Yeah, basically took over most of all your missiles until you started being able to, well, it gets neglected once you're able to freeze enemies with missiles there, but we'll talk about that whenever we have Fusion again.
So Scotty's heading over to Criteria once again. Like we said, we have to take this huge detour to pick up Plasma Beam, which is required for killing the Black Pirates at the end of the game, and for Power Grip, which is required to remove a vine in Norfair.
And for some fun strats.
Oh yeah, Power Grip is great. Criteria surprisingly has extremely hard movement. I always struggle with it.
Oh yeah. And it's a place that you can easily bleed like several frames at a time and not realize it.
Diagonal shots, vertical shots, quick morphs, JBJs. The movement's really, really tough. It's a very, very short section, but lots of runners lose time here.
And even landing on that little ledge right there, right when you break your block it's a little bit harder than it seems. I mean, it's not terribly hard, but just knowledge and mechanics, and that's a really high jump bomb jump right there on Scotty's side.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful JBJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but Eagle barely just clears the block, so that was nice bomb jumping.
Oh yeah. Eagle again, slightly unfortunate RNG. So a lot of enemy RNG, most enemies, so every enemy starts in the same spot in every single room every time you enter it. Most enemies, they can move in either one of two directions. Some have more.
Yep, I believe the atomics can go in one of 4 directions, but I could be wrong. A lot of the orb enemies, I think, can go in one of 4 directions.
Yep, and then some are just slightly more favorable in terms of movement and the whole never stopping if you can avoid it thing. Missile counts are looking really nice right now.
And health counts are optimized too. Scotty was a little short on missiles for Cocoon last time. I wonder what'll happen here. I think he had...
I think he had 13. Well, 13 when he left here, I thought, last time.
I thought he had 18. No, one of them had 18 and one of them had 17, if I recall correctly, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's a little bit... On some of the characters on the Scotty screen, it's a little bit hard for me to read on this one, so... That was a beautiful morph to skip that recharge.
Oh yeah, getting that recharge loses you a half a minute.
And add some extra enemies in the way.
It adds enemies?
Yeah, in that big screen, like that huge room to the right of the elevator, there's some extra extra novas and the such in that room whenever you use that.
I didn't know that.
Right there. Yep, that is the trigger to add those enemies.
Does picking up Speed Booster also add those enemies?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Because Speed Booster's the another trigger for moving that statue down. Scotty's in a pickle on his missile count again.
Yep, and then the sports just ended. Oh, didn't get the.
And Eagle takes the lead on Cocoon again.
And Scotty needs to farm when he enters Ridley.
Yep, Eagle had to do that farm last time. Eagle got shafted on his first. He killed 2 or 3 of the bugs and didn't get anything, except for maybe health.
Yeah, and then Eagle had a cleaner fight both times to him. This is, it's like, for a mini boss, it's the hardest boss of the run.
Oh yeah, Cocoon is tough.
And Cocoon doesn't even really do that much either, and it's really tough. Okay, there we go. Took a few cycles to get that missile drop on Scotty's side.
Yep, Eagle's going to have the chance to take a nice lead here. Huh, Scotty's got an extra missile. He'll be able to, never mind. Good RNG by Eagle.
This Giga's getting quite the way in Scotty's side.
Oh yeah. Scotty should be fine though.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He takes another 60 damage. Maybe if he plays slightly poorly. Oh, he might take another 16 damage. Oh, he can't afford to take another hit from the orbs because he's going to deboost on the way back.
Yep, and then he doesn't have any ammo for any extra crowd control.
Yeah, he's going to need to take this a little bit slower because anything can kill him now. An Idor, the Ghidorah, which is the Idor, these orbs that are surrounding him.
But if he plays this cleanly, he won't have any enemies in the way. And there we go. So
normally you do a full jump to kill that orb and land on the platform, but I think his smaller jump was the smarter decision there.
Yeah. And then just that reminder that he does the... Oh, he didn't get that refill glitch that time. No big deal.
He was a little too far to the left, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But he's also well versed in the low percent run, so he wasn't even scared about being low HP right there, or energy right there.
Nice low kill by Eagle again. Let's hope Ridley gives him some more supers. He got 4 supers last time, so who knows, Ridley might shaft. Alright, one drop's not too terrible. He's got a lot of health, though.
Yep, a few enemies that have an okay chance of dropping some supers along the way before we get to the owls.
Well, Scotty's gonna be able to catch up a little here. He's got an extra super. Wonder which owls Eagle will farm. He'll probably just farm these top one.
Yeah, they have an insanely high drop rate for supers.
I believe it's 76, 75% in that area.
Something like that.
That was a nice freeze by Scotty.
Yeah.
And Scotty's about 12 seconds behind of Eagle at this point. Nothing the good old AWS can't rectify.
Or expand on.
That as well.
Yep, we'll see if Eagle opts to go for Zeb skip again, or if he's paying close enough attention. It's like, and he might opt to. He's like, okay, I have enough of a lead. Let's just go for this instead.
Zeb skip cost him the race, I want to say, last time.
It basically did.
I'm not entirely sure that Scotty wouldn't have made up the time because I don't know exactly how much time Eagle lost, but it took him a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it lost him in a full 52 seconds, though.
It's really hard to say, but definitely would have made it a lot closer.
You also need to take into account whether Eagle's mindset changed a little. I know from my personal experience, whenever I mess up a trick, it makes me more likely to mess up a trick in the future.
Yep, and then Eagles has a ton of experience, so he also knows it doesn't affect him as deeply because he's just kind of used to that sort of stuff happening. Not like failing all the time, but basically not letting one run affect the next.
Nice climb by Eagle.
That was not. Yeah, that was beautiful. Emiger on the way on Scotty.
Alright, here it comes. The moment of truth. Will Scotty do the classic acid room skip, or will he do his fast strat? And will Eagle get it, or will he fail it?
First try Eagle.
Easy every time. Let's see how Scotty does.
Oh man.
Nice, he got it.
Scotty has a little bit healthier missile count for faster in this next room. Eagle's gonna have to free some enemies and jump over them rather than being able to run right through them.
Alright, so I heard there's supposed to be something here called a boss fight, but I could be wrong.
We'll find out.
I guess not. Well, there's always Scotty. Show us a boss fight, Scotty. Well, that's depressing.
Is it really a boss fight if you don't see any attacks?
No.
So this was basically deposit 3 supers, see this cutscene. Got it.
Does Kraid even have any? Ooh, Eagle missed refill glitch. That's a shame. Scotty's gonna catch up even more there again. Oh no, Scotty missed it too. Man, it's the first refill glitch he's missed. Oh no, I guess he missed the Norfair one too. Or
He did.
not the Norfair one, the Ridley one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In every other Metroid, they're like the same area. Well, I guess Nestroid, they're separate areas.
I mean, it's still called Lorno for Super. So, oh well. A fun little spark that makes acid warp skip possible on the way back.
I wonder if Eagle's going to change his route and go for Brinstar Super here.
We will find out shortly.
It would put him a little behind of Scotty, but he wouldn't have to do No, he's not going.
No.
He's doing this climb a little better than last time, though. The casual super off.
Yes. So hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully that doesn't hurt his Metroid RNG luck on those supers. I think Scotty was like 2 pixels away from blocking.
Eagle, what are
right
you
there.
doing? It seems it took Eagle a couple seconds to realize he wasn't going anywhere.
He wants a close final match.
Yeah, he does. All right, so Turian was the bane of both of these runners' existence last time.
Yeah, they didn't get too hot
or
on super
so
drops.
Yeah, Eagle made some risky plays with the supers last run that I'm not sure I agreed with, but it worked out in the end. He got excellent fast. Ooh, that's a nice super.
Oh no, what to super right there on Eagle's side.
Yeah, that's gonna allow Scotty to catch up.
Oh, that Rink almost messed him up right there.
I think that slow Metroid RNG helped him out.
Nice super drop right there.
Metroids can give varying speeds of appearance, so sometimes if you mess up a little, a slower pattern can help you out. Eagle's getting good super drops.
Nice. Entering this room with 4. Let's see what Scotty gets. He gets a drop right there.
That is the second time Eagle's gotten hit in this Turian, where Arinka has saved him.
Yeah, the iframes kept him from getting grabbed.
Alright, Eagle's playing a little riskier with the supers here. I like that. I would have supered the last guy since I saw a drop.
Yeah.
But that's hard to react to.
Yeah.
Going for Zeb skip again. Alright.
Then he gets
oh
that super
no!
up he doesn't need.
That's rough. It's frustrating when you get all those extra super drops that just don't do anything for. Scotty gets a first bomb again.
Oh no. Alright, a little bit better.
Eagle got it a lot faster this time. Scotty might be ahead, but he's not that far ahead.
Yep, still be a nice hit race.
Yep, they're just shy of 3 seconds apart at this point.
Still anyone's race. Lovely.
Oh, absolutely anyone's race. Tripwire skip, escape spark, Sam strat. Plenty of stuff can either change the lead or reduce it. And there's always the map.
Then hope it might come down to whether or not Scotty's Black Power strat makes the difference too.
That's always a possibility. Scotty's Black Spirit strat is quite a bit faster. That would be a sight to see, to be honest.
Catch up just on that. Or maybe we'll get a tie. We have a third race from that.
We have seen ties in races before.
what's kind of fun to watch is like we have on one side we have like one little deal, and then we have like a filter being applied, and we see what the filter version is like on the left hand side. Like you try and do some kind of editing right here. For the purpose of this tournament, if basically what SRL says when they both got done, double first places are possible on the SRL system, basically within the same second.
Oh boy, someone's got Samus in their sights.
Uh-oh.
You know, I really love this track that's playing now. Too bad you never get to hear it again.
Yeah.
You get to hear it if you get perfect stealth. Ah!
What? Uh-oh. This is...
Oh, commentator's curse.
Not sure what happened on Ingleside right there, but anytime you have like some kind of crazy big execution error, that completely changes where pirates are. I mean,
Eagle missed tripwire skip.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes even getting perfect stealth in the first room is kind of scary because your the second pirate's not where you want it to be, or used to it being.
Eagle didn't know what to do there.
Yeah.
I wonder what Charlie's going to do to this race right here.
Probably about the same time as last time. I remember Eel being like exceptionally better luck than Scotty last time. Had some pretty short waits overall.
Yeah, Eagles was a little faster, I think. Eagles' last cycle was ooh, nice fast searchlights.
Yep, and Eagle's still not too far away.
I'd say he's probably about 15 seconds, maybe?
Yeah, nothing terrible.
Alright, about 13. It's true 13 seconds is going to be hard to come back from at this point, but it's certainly not out of the question. Both Scotty and Eagle get Sam strat, so they won't have to take a dive into the save point that Scotty's about to come across.
Yep, some tiny optimizations on Eagle's side. Was able to clear some ledges and get a couple less ledge grabs, but otherwise they're pretty similar on their execution.
Eagle's complaining about the first pirate. Now we got the frame perfect shot.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that I have never gotten that shot.
Yeah, every time I get it, it's like I've gotten like 3 times total. It's like, wait, what do I do? Because that puts that second pirate in such a worse position.
You never plan to get it. Both in cutscenes. I feel like I don't know what to talk about. Well, Charlie is going to do Charlie things, so let's see what happens on Scotty's.
Decent start.
Oh yeah, that was a fast one.
Taking a bit on the second one.
Wow, that's really slow. Bad RNG from Scotty's end. Eagle's not doing too well himself.
Yeah, we're not seeing much of the equalization on this side this time around. Eagle does opt to get himself damaged to try to get that faster 4th cycle. Just before that time bolt comes out.
Alright. See how much time was saved by Eagle or lost. I mentioned, I believe, at the entrance of the ruins, they were about 13 seconds apart. It seems Eagle's about 14 seconds behind now, so it looks like he lost about a second.
Yeah, right around there.
Now, this race isn't over yet, but it's getting closer and closer to the end. We only got 6-7 minutes left.
Oh no, and a little bit of time lost right there. Eagle dropping that Shine Spark. But nothing too terribly significant on that one.
Both Scotty and Eagle had to do an additional jump to missile out the missile block.
Oh no.
I believe the last race was, or I guess not the last race. The first race between these two earlier in the tournament was decided by the escape spark, if I recall correctly.
That's right. I think it was both of us on the mic that one too.
Maybe. I don't think I mic'd that race.
Might have been me being Roth, whatever. Doesn't matter. But I remember it was right up until then that Scotty had the lead basically the entire race. So it's not over till it's over.
Certainly. And this race is quite a bit closer than the last one. I think it's just a shame that Eagle had to fall so far behind again because of
the same trick.
Yeah. Scotty got a first bomb both times. What are you gonna do?
Not much. Gotta try to get his curve missile to open up one of the missile doors. Fortunately, it didn't work out.
It's one of my favorite swag strat. It's really cool because you save a grand total of 0 frames or lose a grand total of 0 frames.
Yeah, one of the fun things about how doors work in the G-Brain Metroids versus like Super Metroid, basically like the first frame it opens, the door is considered fully open as far as hitboxes are concerned. So you can open it like right before Samus touches it and won't get stopped. And then like Super, it almost has to be fully open for a while before you can actually go through.
Actually, come to think of it, I suppose if you do go for the shot in Hundo, you lose a frame.
Because of that refill?
Yeah. Never really thought about it that way. Trade away 1 frame for swag.
And speaking of swag,
Nice! Eagle got it this time.
Yep, and then this room's going a lot better for Scotty this time around.
Oh yeah, he's got full health. Eagle's the one who's slightly low on health this time. Hopefully Eagle will have a slightly better mecha than he did last time.
Yep. Then possibly we'll see flames on Scotty's side. That'd be a nice way to end this tournament. Seeing Mecha do that really rare starting attack.
It's not so rare in Honda. Oh my!
He tried to go for it extra fast. Oh.
Mecha really helped him out though there.
Yeah, quite a bit. He got...
Eagle whiffing there, but still the 1 cycle.
Yep, still the 1 cycle right there.
If Scotty misses Escape Spark, I think he loses. He doesn't have the missiles to move the work bot.
Yeah.
But if he gets the Escape Spark, he wins.
And he has just enough missiles to reasonably get that work bot out of the way right now. The first one.
I think.
We will find out. Oh no. Eagle's about to catch up there. There we go.
Alright, and I think that's gonna give Scotty the win here. Yep. And Scotty finishes with an official SRL time of 38:38.
His personal best in a race, too.
While Eagle finishes with an official SRL time of 38:47. With that, I'd like to pronounce CScottyW the winner of the 2018 Any Percent tournament for Metroid Zero Mission. We're gonna get interviews here in just a moment. Hey Scotty, how's it going?
Hello, it's going well. How are you?
Great, congratulations on being the winner of the 2018 Metroid Zero Mission Any Percent tournament.
Thank you.
Sounds like you've got a party going on already over winning.
Isn't even 2018 anymore.
It's, yeah, those were really fun runs. Those were really close races.
Yeah, I think the first race, the nail on the coffin for Eagle was Zeb Skip. I'm not sure if you were watching the
I was watching a bit of it.
The second race, he botched that again, but it wasn't quite as bad.
Yeah.
What really caught him off guard is he got the frame perfect shot of the first pirated suitless and he didn't know what to do.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty
hilarious.
Bad. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that for that reason because I don't know what to do when that happens.
Yeah, that second power is just in an awful position. Whatever it happens.
GG Eagle. Those were really fun races.
Hold on, Discord is being dumb and I can't hear you guys.
Okay.
Input device. Hello?
Hello, Eagle.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can now.
I'm sorry about those races.
No.
Zeb Skip seemed really
That
rough for
stupid
you.
pirate man.
Oh, the first one, yeah, we were just talking about that. It was funny because I was like, it's a little slower to go for
Perfect stealth.
perfect stealth, and what do you know, you get it.
I'm not sure which race I was the most happy with. The first one went well until Seb Skip, kind of. It had a lot of minor mistakes that I was not happy about. The second race was an awful start. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but like the first statue, I didn't like skip the screen for like 2 seconds or something.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the first half was really bad in both races because my cocoon was just absolute garbage both times.
Yeah, and
I also got 0 missile drops in Winch Star, so that was nice.
yeah, but then you also
Cost me
had
a lot of time.
you also had the slower charge beast on both races too, Scotty.
No, I almost missed charge beam the first race. The second race I remembered.
Not happy, but that's okay. Good games.
Yeah, good to have that tournament over. And I don't have to think about any percent ever again.
Just in time for 100%.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
26-32. Yeah, okay. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't
26
upset about
27 year. That was
I
really
wasn't
close.
upset about Seb Skip this time around. It was mostly just that that pirate like threw off my entire suit list, and then I missed tripwire skip like right after, so that was sweet. The rest was pretty good for the most part. It was just like Windstar and 1 or 2 things there at the end.
I made up most of my time against you in, I would say, Torian and Suitless, because I got a ton of supers. And then, like, first or second try Zeb Skip.
I don't think I got anything special. Alright, I'm just gonna beat you at any percent record right now.
Okay, good. You do that, please. You can torture yourself all you want to.
Probably gonna play some casual games instead. I think I like that.
Oh, I tried to fight Mecha by not waiting for the swipe, and he swiped early, and I tinked 3 supers.
But did you play Mega Man 11 yet?
No, shut
Oh,
up.
damn.
Oh, okay. Well, who's the real loser here? I mean,
I think Scotty. I mean, I haven't played it either, but
I still haven't bought it.
Tisk.
It's not
I
even
guess
on my
Eagle's the
radar.
only winner in this server. Feels bad.
All right. What's next for tournament?
Ah, yes. I'd like to hereby announce the Metroid Zero Mission 100% tournament coming up. It starts June 3rd. There are lots and lots of tutorials around the Metroid Zero Mission community, and the Zero Mission community is especially known for being extra helpful when it comes to helping
Extra
people
helpful.
out.
You heard that, guys.
Extra.
We have an extra helpful Discord server.
So we're always open to seeing new people interested in running the game. So hop by our Discord server if you have any interest in joining the tournament, or if you're just interested in learning the game.
You know, I was thinking about not joining the 100% just do commentary on that one, but I was watching Jashelshov do some casual Zero Mission last night. It's like, and she came up, or she did some random solution on like if I wanted to do lower Norfolk cleanup or something for that little super. It's like, there's a bug there. Probably faster than that stupid jump, that bomb jumps that we do out of lava to get those on lower Norfolk cleanup. So I might just experiment with that and do 100% that way, or show off 100 different routes until I get kicked out.
Go for it.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Cool to see all the variations that Hundo has to offer.
Yeah, that's the great part about 100% N0 mission is there are a lot of equally viable options if you can execute them.
Mm-hmm.
If you can. I can't. I can
Yeah,
do two
I
routes.
haven't changed routes since I started running the game.
Me neither. But it like we have 2 variations, and then we have like
A million sub variations.
we have Norfair. What else is there? I'm probably
I
forgetting
love
something.
the
Brinstar.
I mean, there's
100% route. You have stuff like Brinstar, they're 2 different routes. Kraid, they're 2 different routes. Norfair, there are 3 different routes.
yeah, you have the mid ice beam rather than early late on Johnny. Oh, not sorry.
Well, I was more thinking like there's
Um,
late wave as a route. No one
That's
runs
not
that.
a route.
and
It's faster for tasks.
Yeah,
I've
you're not
always
a
been-
task whale.
I've
Sorry
always
to break
been
it to you.
considering
yes, like
going
you
for it at some.
because that one requires what, a sub-pixel perfect boost, so you can
Yeah, that's
so you can spark the wrong way up a hill.
that's my kind of route.
Yeah, if you do that, I'm gonna make sure you're disqualified.
Sounds
I mean-
like a plan.
I mean, you can probably pause buffer and be fine.
Alright,
But-
I'm gonna do the preemptive work for this tournament, and I'm gonna clear all the pinned posts in the tournament discussion. And you guys go ahead and set everything up. And can we throw a link in the chat or something?
For the Discord?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
if people really want to join. And then we should be good to go for the next tournament.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll get on that, and then I'll hop out of this voice chat. Thanks for racing with me, and
Absolutely.
see you guys next tournament. I'm not sure if I'll join. We'll see.
You say that every time, you know.
Yeah, I say that every time, but like
Hey,
this time I don't actually play much anymore at all, so it matters. But play Mega Man 11.
Yeah, so I posted both the link to the tournament and the Discord link in chat.
Alright, I think that about wraps it up for us on this tournament.
Yep. Let's find out what's coming up next on Speed Gaming.
So we do have that Gauntlet Marathon that's going on for the rest of the evening on Speed Gaming 2. Ultimate Decathlon's over on Speed Gaming 1. So that's a fun little tournament. You should totally follow the ranks and everything on that.
There's an SM Prodigy tournament going on right now featuring all the SM runners who do not have sub 50.
Yeah, so that's definitely an interesting concept on itself. It's like we know, it's like especially like when we do the zero mission tournaments, like, okay, we already know it's either going to be Scotty, Eagle, or Pulse Morning Grand Finals before we even start it, sort of thing.
Yep.
But
So for the 100% tournament, I think it's fair to expect Scotty, but I'm not confident with who's going to be in that second slot.
but it's
There
definitely
are
a choice.
a lot of good 100% players now.
But yeah, so that's what we've got going on. Thank you all for stopping by. Thanks to Eagle and Scotty for some really fun races. Some really fun things happened today.
Oh yeah, these races were incredible.
All right, have a good one, y'all.
And with that, I think I'll return it to Speed Gaming and see you all later.